Ranking real estate lead sources by level of difficulty, part 1. Cold calling. Definitely not for the faint-hearted. When you initially start cold calling, you're gonna get a ton of rejection and a lot of people telling you to f off. But it's a nice way, especially if you're an introvert, to build relationships with people without having to be belly to belly with them. When you first start out, it's extremely hard because of scripts and everything you have to learn over time. But once you get better at your scripts and your dialogues and your objection handlers, the conversions get better. Definitely one of my favorite lead sources. Next one, open houses. Open houses are great because you're belly to belly immediately once you meet your client. And that brings your conversion ratio up about 30% compared to cold calling or one of the cold items. The only thing that's uncomfortable here is that it steals time away from your weekends, and you generally have to be good with people, or at least be able to give a ton of value to them as they walk through the open house. I know people who have built their entire book of business on open houses alone. So while it's difficult, it's easier than cold calling for the first time agent as long as you're consistent because you're immediately belly to belly. Next one, mailers. Mailers are extremely passive, but it could also be really expensive. And the only thing that sucks about mailers is that generally you get a 1% inbound call ratio, which means if you send 100 mailers, maybe you'll get 1 phone call back depending on how good your mailer is. So while this might be a nice, easy, passive way to get leads, I wouldn't recommend only focusing on this one and using this as an addition to the others. Next, social media. Social media is great if you're consistent and you put out great value for your clients. It's also a nice passive way like mailers, but it could also be time consuming and your time could be better spent elsewhere. However, I also know a lot of people who have built a big book of business on social media alone as well. Last one, door knocking. Door knocking is great because just like open houses, you're getting belly to belly with somebody. However, it's also not for the faint-hearted because just like cold calls, you can get a lot of rejection. But better than cold calls, since you're getting belly to belly, your conversion ratio is even greater than cold calling as well. All lead sources are great. The biggest thing here is to find out what's best for you and what you like to do. Make sure to track everything that you're doing on your day-to-day so that you can see what you're best at and you can isolate the other things that are not working for you and be more efficient and more effective as a real estate agent with your time.